Buenos dias, Gunners Collective TV. Back at it? You already know. Like a motherfucking smack addict. Bye up, bye up, bye. And in Menudo Style in direct fashion, we're going to get straight into it. But before we do, let's hit that like and subscribe button. Ding! Put your notification bell on all so that way you're directed in the direction of the dope content I'm kicking. And I highly appreciate all the support, man. We're going up on this channel, and it's all because of you. And for that, I can say I'm very humbled, and I'm more so appreciative. Thank you, man. I couldn't do it without you. So trip out. Swifty Blue, right? Hey, that's what happens when you talk bullshit, okay? I don't wish violence on anybody, but at the end of the day, man, when you bump baking soda breath on the door, you get your canines knocked out, okay? Or you get splashed. Now, what happened to Swifty Blue over the weekend was he got splashed. Daryl Hannah, for those that remember old school, right? He got splashed, and the reason he got splashed was because of this. Things from your past will always catch up to you, okay? And social media is a monster. Social media is for reals. People take everything that they see on social media serious nowadays. And there's repercussions for actions. Again, I've said it many times. You're over here with an argument with one person, but because you broadcast it to everyone, you post that clip, you post that video, you want everyone to see your activities and what you're doing and where you're at. That's a liability. That's a problem, okay? If you let everyone know, if you're constantly posting and letting everyone know your location, people will pull up to have an issue with you. And here's the cool thing about social media. Everybody knows what you look like, but you don't know what the guy looks like that has the problem or the issue. You got someone looking in the mirror, Buffalo Bill, I'd fuck me, would you fuck me, right? All weirded out with your picture on their wall throwing darts at you and licking your fucking scrotum sack. You don't know what's going on, what type of stalker you got, or what type of issue someone has with you because of what you said on YouTube, what you've said on Instagram or whatever. So anyways, we all know that Swifty is not the most liked character on social media. You know, and it all stems from a lot of, like I said, bumping baking soda breath. Now, he goes to Washington over the weekend to perform, you know, at a club or a bar. Smaller venue. And, you know, I know he was getting clowned on about it. Like, damn, it's come to that. It's never went past that, bro. Swifty's always performed in smaller venues. Sometimes he's performed at the county fair, at the local car wash, or I think he was even at the Segunda and a garage sale a couple times. And at the end of the day, man, it's not about how many people pull up to the performance. It's about the bag that the club owner gives you at the end of the night. Okay? And from what I've seen in several videos posted, Swifty was rocking the mic. He was up there doing his thing. I seen two fat chicks. I think I seen my primo there all slammed back in the corner. Hey, we can't get that show. And then, of course, a few vatos pulled up, man, that had some words for Swifty, okay? In the midst of him performing for all 10 of those people, 8 of them didn't like him, right? So he gets water thrown on him. He gets hit in the head with a can. And there's several guys gangbanging on him, right? Now, Swifty kept it professional. He kept on going. He kept on singing, and that's what you have to do. You know, I didn't see him run off stage. I didn't see him bat an eye. You know what I mean? I just seen him take a golden shower. He just got shit thrown on him. Now, that's not even the big story here. You know, there's a lot of people that go to concerts that get booed off stage. People are not feeling them. There are agitators, people that go to concerts just to fuck with people, to heckle people. It happens in comedy all the time. You'll go up there, someone doesn't like what you said, a derogatory thing, or they took offense to it, so they'll follow you around show to show, man, giving you a hard time, basically trying to push you or punk you off stage. Now, with Swifty, it could get very serious. You know, I've heard a lot of different stories about him being deemed no good within his own carro. I don't know that to be true. Like I said, that's Southern activity, Southern business. I've heard that he has the verde on him, that he's been ran out of LA and he's in hiding. Again, man, I don't know. You know, I don't know what's going on with his personal life. I just know that he's been off the airwaves for a while, and it didn't look like he was up there woofing and talking shit about anyone. It looked like he was just trying to get in his bag, man. He was just trying to go up there and perform. Now, this is what I say about separating gangbanging from music. When that's your image, that's your persona, when your whole music career is built around the image of gangbanging, being from a barrio, you're going to have that type of fan base. You're going to have those type of people show up to the club to rock the house. That's the type of people, that's the type of fan that you have. That's why if you notice, a lot of these venues are not very large. And it's not because these guys can't get a large venue, these Southern California and Northern California rappers. It's not because of that. It's because nobody wants to go to that shit where there's going to be drama, where someone's going to get shot, someone's going to get hit in the head with a bottle, someone's going to get fucking water thrown on them. Some torta's going to be given, well, I'll go if the torta's giving a mamon in the corner. But you know what I'm saying? Nobody wants to go to bullshit. When you go out with your old lady and you spend your hard-earned money that you worked, you want to have a good time, man. I know at least I do. I never, really went to concerts and all that to gangbang. I had homeboys that did. I've told the story about Little Rob and Lighter Shade of Brown and people pulled up. And I've never thought, man, let me go out and look for trouble. If trouble comes my way and it happens, then it does. But I never get ready, spray my cologne on, fucking call a torta, clean the car, do all that shit just to go throw water on Swifty Blue. That's not what I do, right? That's not my program. That's not the way I work or how I was brought up. I was brought up, if I'm going out, I'm going to stay aware. I'm going to make sure I'm fucking prepared. I got it on me and I'm going to go have a good time. And that's it, man. Me and my lady or whoever I'm with at that time, we have a great time and with minimal problems. But if shit happens, she already knows. Tuck it, fuck it, go to the car, jam, tell the homie, plan B, let's go, right? Hike. That's just how it goes. Now, my whole thing with this, what I think is the bigger story rather than Swifty Blue getting water thrown on him, is why everybody is saying it's a particular barrio. Okay? Now we know a lot of these problems stem from Swifty Blue having an issue with King Little G. The slap heard around LA, right? When King Little G supposedly slapped Swifty Blue or vice versa. I know Swifty was saying that he's the one that slapped him. King Little G was saying that he was the one that slapped him. And now all that shit was going on. King Little G's kind of disappeared, man. He's doing his own thing. He's in his own, he's in his own zone. Respects that Vato. I like his music. But a lot of people were like, okay, whether Swifty did it or Swifty didn't do it, it is what it is, man. These are two guys, that found themselves in some type of beef. And I already know their barrios, when you're talking about gang-wise, man, don't really get along and they're enemigas or whatever, right? But Swifty went an extra mile with it. He started to post clips online going into the Vatos barrio, going into 18th Street barrios, right, allegedly, and accosting civilians and residents and people that weren't really in the mix like that, running up on them at stores, G-checking them, tattoo checking them, all on the guy is like he's on the yard, right? And he never been to the prison yard, but he's prison yarding it on the streets. Okay, maybe that's how they do it. I know down in Southern California, it's real gangbanging, man. Real gangbanging. Vatos will pull up and strip you butt naked. They're G-checking you, right? They're checking you for any type of identifying mark of being the enemy so they could smack you. Now, when he was posting these clips, I'm sure this Vario took offense to it. And why are you going to go fuck with the biggest Vario in the world? Okay? Look, traditionally, 18th Street, shout out respects to 18, man. My mother was from 18th Street, man. So, I've heard that in the household a gang of times, and I got a lot of respect for it. But traditionally, 18th Street's been one of the biggest gangs in the world. Biggest barrios, right? And when I say barrio, I know there's different clicas, different barrios, different sides. They're in every single city in the United States. Okay? I think they're in Gustin, right there in my primo. They're everywhere, right? So I understand that, he went and messed with them, but when you're basically trying to punk them like fucking Ashton Kutcher, right? When you're over there trying to spoof them and do some bullshit to them, they're going to feel some type of way. Okay? And best believe, man, 18 is represented everywhere. So my thing is, okay, if these guys that did this thing in Washington, okay, and I know Washington, I live in Washington, so I know Washington does have a nice sized presence of 18ers, right? Depending on what city you're at. If these were the guys that did that, why were people putting that out there immediately? Hey, 18th Street runs up on Swifty Blue. How does that make their clip go viral or them any better? Why are you dry snitching, man, and telling on these vatos what barrio they're from or, what's going on? If anything, it could have easily been handled by, hey, Swifty goes to a concert, gets water thrown on him by some cats or whatever. However you want to word it, right? But to literally put out video of them, footage of them doing it, their mascaras, and then tell them what barrio they're from and basically why, who, what, when, and where, the 5 W's. you're doing the cops' whole investigation for him. You already done did it. They know who did it, who assaulted them, why they did it, where they're from, what they look like. I mean, come on now, man. Is it that serious? This is the type of situation that gets Vatos caught up, and then people wonder. Then they blame people like myself, who is not posting clips like that, who's trying to say the right thing, like, hey, man, be politically correct, because you have to be. You know, I get all this fucking, hey, gun this and gun that. But if you really watch my videos, you really watch what I say, I watch what I say. You know, because I'm not trying to put anyone in that type of situation. You know, I'm not trying to get anyone caught up. But some people are so thirsty and starving for clout or views or whatever, man. They don't give a fuck. Hey, this Vatos from 18. Look what he did. Hey, keep 18 out of your mouth, eh? Who says them Vatos were from 18th Street? Who says them Vatos were, you know what I mean? You try to get them validated as a street gang member. Caught up. They're going to go to prison. It's going to be all bad. Now, we all know that Swifty Blue has an issue, or they have an issue with him. And like I said, I don't really know what's going on with that dude. If there's a verde, if there's fucking, you know, he's deemed no good. I've heard everything. You know, I felt bad for him because I watched the career that was doing this. And Swifty can rap. Let's keep it real. Out of all these new rappers, man, he's top 10. Okay, the new rappers, I said. Not the old school ones like Conejo, Night Out, Little One, Woody, Big Tone, all them, right? That's different class, different breed. But I'm saying as far as these new rappers, these lefties, these Rowdy Racks, little weirdos, you know, Asitos, Young Iggs, Rico Two Smooths, all these rappers, Lefty Gunplay, all these guys, Lazy Boy, Swifty's right there in the middle somewhere, right? You know, he's right there. He can rap. He can rap. Let's be real. He's talented. And I would wish that he would get that bag, because for a while there, man, he was the hottest thing since fucking Hot Fudge, right? But what happened was this: baking soda breath, caspa mouth, mierda mouth, hortatis, right? When he started to bump baking soda breath and chase the clout more than the bag, that's when there was an issue. That's when people decided to back up off of him. And he was causing wrecks with well-known neighborhoods and with people that were well-known. See, you can't challenge the man that you can't challenge, right? If someone's already established and has a big following, man, yeah, you could try to be the fucking Clubber Lang to their Rocky Balboa, and you might knock them out. But they're always going to come back with some heat, right? Because they're going to figure you out. So you cannot challenge guys that are established. That's what Swifty tried to do with King Little G. He tried to challenge someone who's been doing it longer than him, who's established in the game, who has more credibility, more street fame. And in the midst of doing that, man, he lost a lot of support because of the way he was trolling that individual, because of some of the shenanigans he was doing, how he was carrying himself. That's why. It had nothing to do with fucking talent, because Swifty could rap, okay? And then subsequently, you know, once people started falling off and people started to make fun of him, all that, hey, check in with me, I'm the face of Southern California, I'm this. Everyone always says that. Same thing up north. I'm the face of this, I'm the face of that, until you get water thrown in your face. Then you're the face of what? Then they're going to call you Agua Face. They're going to call you Can Head. You got Fizzle Pop, like I did the homeboy back in the days with a Pepsi. You got smashed in the face with a can. All because you ran your neck. Your suck muscles are fucking chapped. Your lips chapped worse than Mr. Criminal's. It just is what it is, right? So, at the end of the day, man, the big story ain't him getting water thrown on him. Shit happens all the time. The big story is people putting a narrative out there. You know, I knew everything right from the gate, right when I seen it. And because it's in my neck of the woods, I looked and I was like, wow, I didn't even know the vault was here. You know, hey, sometimes the concerts are so small, the venues are so small, you don't really hear about them. They're word of mouth, right? Maybe it was like he got hired for a bar mitzvah or something. You know, he was one of the wedding singers. I don't know, but at the end of the day, that concert, there wasn't very many people there. And like I said, half the people that were there didn't like him. And I seen several videos that were posted. And, you know, everybody loves drama. And people are on it. Shit, I wouldn't have nothing to talk about if I didn't know the drama, right? But at the end of the day, I realized that there's certain things that should be said on the internet and certain things that shouldn't. And when you say too much, that's what gets you in the predicament of Swifty Blue. Now, thank God it didn't get more tragic. It didn't get worse. You just had a couple individuals allegedly throw water in his face. And he took it as a professional, you know. Hey, he just kept on singing. I know several of these rappers, man, like Chito Ranas and these guys that beef with Swifty are probably laughing at him. But their day will come. You know, everybody at one point in time hits rock bottom. And it sucks, man, when everyone's going against you, when everyone's ganging up on you. Believe me, I can tell you from experience, it sucks. Some of the same camaradas, the same people you considered friends, you would have did whatever for, turn their back on you for whatever reason. And usually it's for the high five. It's either to join the Mean Girls Club or it's for the high five, you know, so everyone thinks that they're part of the crowd. Oh, that's right, bro. That's right. And then little by little, they start to realize like, damn, dude wasn't so bad. He was cool, you know. He's still winning. He's still shining. Fuck, man, I'm not. You know what I mean? That's how it is. That's how it works out in life. The ones who fucking think they're bad, you know, here's a perfect example of that. You know, all the cool guys are in prison. The cool guys are right there in the sopa. Them are the cool guys. I know I was one of the cool guys. I was part of the cool guy club. All the nerds and the people that we used to make fun of, yeah, they got all the Instagram model wives. They're driving Lambos. The cool guys are driving beach cruisers. They're getting 200 in gate money. And they're up there in a long-ass line still trying to get their social security card. That's the cool guy club. I know all the guys that we were making fun of and bullying and talking shit to the nerds, right? The nerds grew up to fucking have all the chicks, and the guys grew up to fucking going in the alley getting a mamon by a crackhead. That was me, the cool guy, right? So I equated to that. You know, the cool guys never win, man. The cool guys, the ones that think they're bad, they're locked up doing life. And don't no one think that's cool. Everyone's like, damn, that shit ain't cool. Right? Of course. Of course. That's how it is. Anyway, so with Swifty Blue, man, it's just great that it didn't get worse. I think, you know, him doing these little venues in the show, that just shows right there the type of animosity people have for him. You know, anywhere he goes, someone's going to fucking heckle him. Something bad's going to happen. And that's fucked up because this was a guy whose projection was going up. And all because of this, it's now down. And, you know, and the internet fuels it. The internet fuels it. You know, there's people that don't even know that vato. Never seen him in their life and they hate him. Fuck that vato, man. That vato got a problem. He got an issue. When I see him, it's on. What issue? You don't even know this guy in real life, man. That shit could be fueled by someone pushing propaganda on the internet. It happens all the time. If enough people are pushing that narrative, you start to think he said something he might not have said. You know, now, of course, with Swifty, it's a little bit of a different issue. He was doing stupid shit. I'm sure he regrets it, but it's too late. Once it's on the internet, once it's there, man, forever. And whether he apologizes or not, I never heard him do that. You know, one thing I can say about Swifty Blue always trips me out is he'll get away for a while. He'll stay away. He'll let other people go through their bullshit. You know, you'll see him fucking sitting on the couch talking about a new podcast and dirty sweats, or you'll see him fucking trying to sell fucking something from Avon on TikTok, right? I mean, he always pops up in different places. You'll see him at McDonald's fucking over there arguing over which broom is bigger. I mean, just different things that you see him. He's all over the place, but he always reverts back into lightweight, getting involved and talking shit. You should learn from your lesson. You learn from your mistakes. Anyway, so he went to Washington and got water thrown in his face at a club, at a bar, right? No harm, no foul. He wasn't assaulted. He wasn't beat up. And I don't know if it was 18th Street that did it. That's what's being alleged and put out there, right? And I seen people throwing hand signs and doing all that. Again, man, there's a lot of different signs that are thrown in the gang life, in the gang underworld. So I don't know if them dudes really fucking ran up on him or whatever. But for whatever it may be, I think it was more so just someone trying to show off someone that didn't like him. You know, if they really wanted to do something in a little venue like that, shit gets snuck in. I remember all the time we used to go to clubs, and real talk, I used to have a gold chain, fat ass rope, right? And I had a little 25. Remember the 25s, the little gun? They still got those? You know what I'm saying? It was a little ass 25. It was a little silver one. I remember a chrome one. And I used to carry it right here. And it looked like a fucking medallion. Back in the days, I thought I was blinged out, right? It had a pearl handle and everything. And it looked like a medallion, straight up. And I'd be in that motherfucker getting searched by security with a straight cuete right here, fully loaded. They didn't even know, right? They'd be like, oh, clean ass chain. I'd be like, all right, thank you, yeah. As soon as I got there, unclip it, and I had me something. You know what I'm saying? We used to tuck it, cheek it, hoop it, let's go. You know what I'm saying? We were on our West Watson shit. We were up in that motherfucker strapped up. Little venues. Of course, there's some places you go, they had metal detectors and things you couldn't get past. But what I'm saying is, I'm very surprised that if someone had an issue with Swifty that serious, that it didn't get bad, you know, because usually like in places like in Califas, it's a little different, right? You know, like if you're really wanted in the highest degree, there's a vetted on you, it would have been a wrap. Vatos would have been, they would have made it, you know, this is what real G's do, right? Instead of throwing water on you and hitting you in the head with a Pepsi can, right? Hitting you in the head with an I2 can, you know, some Bud Light. Vatos would have fucking made a phone call. This is how it would have been back in the days. Perfect example. We see the enemy guy, he's dancing with some chick. Either we run up on him right there or I run up on him. If you get off where you're mad at. Either you handle your business or, hey, homie, that fool's over here. Pull up. Everybody pulls up. That vato comes out. He gets to leaking. Excuse me. It's early in the morning. So usually that's how it goes, right? That's how it was back in the days. Nowadays they'll just hit you with some I2 juice, throw some water in your face, throw it up for the gram, and keep it pushing. You know, hey, he better thank his lucky stars that it didn't get more serious than it did. But that right there in itself shows, man, poor Swifty Blue, he can't really go out and about like that, man. They pulled his yard card. You know, check it out. There ain't a cell in this town that could hold him, right? Hey, when motherfuckers talk hard, they never hit the yard when their card gets snatched. Little bitch, so we can knuckle up, take it to the block. They be legit in him. They pulled his card. Anyways, with that being said, it's not a laughing matter, but at the end of the day, man, it's unfortunate that this guy, who is brown, raza, no matter what, man, you know, can't go nowhere. And it's all because of this. You know, sometimes you make your bed, you got to lay in it, bed bugs and all. With that being said, I hope that you move smooth with a purpose. Get everything that you want coming. And remember, at the end of the day, it's all about the strive, the struggle, the struggle, the strive. I'm going to continue to do what I do right here on Gunners Collective TV, as well as the Collective Clips. Show, look at the new hat, Collective Clips. They're going to be online soon. I'm going to be giving them away, signing some of them, selling some of them. You already know what it is, man. I appreciate all the support I'm getting on the Collective Clips. If you're not tapped in, that's my other channel. I drop videos daily over there too. I drop a lot of comedy over there. The Super Norteño series is booming, so make sure you tap in. We will be dropping a new Super Norteño today. I kind of chilled off of it for a couple of days. I was very busy, but today we're back at it like a smack at it. Thank you. Thumbs up or thumbs down. Heavy's going to be the head that wears the crown. I'm going to continue to strive, struggle, and strive for what I truly believe in, and that's the betterment of all people. The raza, the blacks, the woods, brother. Got some coffee gun? I got you. You already know what it is. Bang, bang.